very warm welcome to Nakuru TV, my viewers, wherever you're watching us from. Karibu sana, welcome on board. This is Viva Mama. You know how we do every Wednesday. It's the WCW edition where we celebrate the African woman. She has been through a lot. She has seen it all. But what stands out is that she has come above every limitation to be the winner, or rather to emerge the top in the industry where she is at. And today we are with a very prominent businesswoman right here in Nakuru County. She's going to be telling us her name in just a short while. And karibu sana to those who are watching us from all over the world. Welcome on board. This is Nakuru County. This is Nakuru City to be, soon to be, yeah. So be sure to join us throughout the show. It's Viva Mama. You know the drill. We're celebrating the African woman. And Nakuru is rainy. Tell us from where you're watching us from. How is the weather like? How are you taking the, the new storm that has come, the pandemic, the coronavirus? We're also going to be talking to Astin about it and how it has affected her business, because, man, she is a business woman and she knows her business. Astin, karibu sana.
Thank you very much, Estelle.
Yeah, so maybe you can tell us who is Astin Fura, where does she come from, and what does she do, just before we get into the deeper details.
Okay.
Yeah.
My name is Astin Fura, but I think everyone is used to calling me Fura.
Yeah.
So Fura comes to be a nickname, but my name is Nyambura. So Nyambura Mushiri, that's my name. I'm the founder and the CEO for Mwai Heritage here in Nakuru. Yeah.
Yeah. So you are the CEO and founder of
Yes.
Mwai Heritage in Nakuru. And Mwai Heritage is a business.
Yes.
So before we continue to the other part of the interview, how has the coronavirus pandemic affected you as a business person? Just a brief overview.
Okay, I'll say it has really affected me, because in my business I do wellness. So we have Mwai is a company, is a wellness company. So we deal with wellness training and education. We also have the spas here. That is what we call Mwai Health and Leisure. And also we have Mwai Spa Resources. I would say it has really affected our training side. We do apprenticeship training, because when the government said all the institutions should be closed, we had to close our training department. Yeah, so
you have been affected.
We have been affected, but for the safety of our trainees, I think it's the best thing for any company to do, and that's what we have done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And being a woman and being in the business world, right? And this is not your ordinary everyday business. I mean, wellness and hospitality, this is like a new concept in the market. So how did you come about this idea of starting this business, or rather how did you come about thinking about, I want to do wellness and hospitality business? What motivated you to get into this kind of business?
Let me say, wellness is not just something to do with sickness. Wellness, even from the word well, you're fine. When you look at the human concept and the wellness dimensions, they say that we have got 12 dimensions for you to be in balance, and everything has to work in order, in balance. So for any person to be well, it doesn't have just to be with your health. It has basically have to cover the 12 dimensions, that is physical health and fitness, which many people, when we talk about wellness, they pick it to be health and fitness. Wellness is more than just health and fitness. Wellness has to do with your emotions, you see, because most of us, we let our emotions take control of us. If you don't take care of your emotions, then you cannot say that you are 100% well. If you don't take care of your character, you're this kind of person who do not respect people, you don't have any code of ethics on how you operate day to day, for me, I would say you are not well. We look at the other aspect, like spiritual wellness. We all believe that there is a supernatural energy, or like there's something more to you. But for me, I'm a Christian, so I believe that God controls in everything that I do. And as I progress into my career, which is wellness now, I also look at how is my spiritualism with God. I'm a parent. I need to be, when it comes to parenting, I should say I'm well. And the only way I can say I'm well in my parenting duties is to see how my children are evolving, how they're growing. Am I a role model to my children?
Yeah.
And also now when it comes to my career, which has chosen to be an ambassador in the wellness industry, wellness and hospitality. So this is to do with how you take care of yourself, to do from your head to toe, how do you look like, how do you dress, how do you take care of your body. That is my career. That is now what I'm an ambassador into. We have the other aspect of financial wellness. Obvious, my career should be able to give me the finances that I need so that I can be able to take care of my other aspects of life. And I have to be very careful when it comes to my career and my finances. And not to mention all of them, I look at, do I have the life visions that I need? Am I only living by today? How have I planned my life in the next years to come? So as a human being, I look at all the 12 aspects of my life, and when everything is working in harmony, then I can proudly say I am well. Yeah, but since we are always evolving from one level to the other, you'll find that you have to keep on working to balance all your 12 aspects.
So that is a lot, first of all. You know, when people talk about wellness, we think about, you know, going to the gym. I need to go for swimming because, you know, maybe I've heard somewhere it's good exercise. But wellness is not just about those two facets or one. I mean, it's a very big industry on its own. Now, what was your key driving force to becoming an entrepreneur? Had you always been an entrepreneur? Did you start in employment? Or now how did you, you know, finally end up at Mwai Heritage?
Okay.
Did you start in there?
Let me say, most of us who are in business, okay, there are those people, maybe they've been masters in business, but I'll call myself the entrepreneur by default.
Yeah.
The people, when you've been working for companies, I've worked in wellness training institute, I've worked in spas, I've worked in gyms. So it reached a point in your life and then you decide, wow, I have gotten it all. Now I can start a business. And that is how it came. I think I had the entrepreneur Caesar, where you wake up one day and you think you know more than your boss. And you decide, I want to open a business. And that is how I started. And I would say it was not easy, because when you are employed, you think being an entrepreneur is easy. But when you get on that platform of being an entrepreneur, it's when you know, just the same way I went to college, I learned how to do the technical aspects. I learned how to maybe drive a car. That is one thing I learned being an entrepreneur in my early ages, that you need to have some training on how to operate a business. And you can learn on the job. If you're already in it, there is no going back. So that is how I started. I'm one of those people I say I'm an entrepreneur by default. I just woke up one day and I decided, now I know so much, I think I can also become a boss. That's how I got started into the industry.
And so far, do you think that this was the right thing for you to do?
There are times I thought, wow, this is not the right thing. I think I made the wrong decision, because I will not lie to people, to the viewers, that during my journey of being an entrepreneur, it has been easy. No, it has its up and down. But because I made that decision, I decided to go for it. There's a time on 2017, I went back to employment.
After being an entrepreneur for some time? Then you went back?
I went back because I could not meet my bills. I was like, I had bills on the table, I have to pay, and I want to be an entrepreneur. And you know, the reason why we go into entrepreneurship, we think we're going to entrepreneur so that I can make more money.
And you be your own boss.
And I be my own boss. But at my early ages, my early stages of being an entrepreneur, wow, Estelle, let me tell you, it was not easy. 2017, I went back to employment.
I mean, and a lot of women will relate with you, because, you know, you have to wear so many hats. You're the entrepreneur, you're the mom, maybe you're the wife back at home, and then your family also looks up to you for so many other things. You have people who, you know, they need you to be there for them. Then again, you have to be there for your business. And
again, you know, the early stages of the business, when you open a business, you have rent to pay. When you are employed, you didn't know what the boss does.
Mm.
Every time you used to wake up, there's business, the doors are open.
Yeah.
You have your salary by the end of the month.
Mm-hmm.
But let me tell you, when you become an entrepreneur, okay, there's a joy in it, but you also have the hard times that you go on. 2017 came, I have rent to pay. I wouldn't able, there were no sales, there were so many challenges.
Wow.
And I gave myself some advice, and I was like, I think you don't have to struggle. Why don't you go back and get some employment? And I did that. And I won't lie to you. I got the job on 2017. That was around August. I worked until December
of 2017.
And I made a decision in January when I was doing my resolution for 2018. And I was like, I've gone back to grow somebody else's business. You've left your business. The same energy, you're putting it back there. Why don't you go back and put in your...
Yeah.
And the person I was working for, I'm not going to mention them, he was giving us his entrepreneur journey. And he told us what we went through. And I was able to relate to him when he was telling us what he... And he has... right now he's learning big business and he's doing very well. But when I related what he went through, his early stages, he told us, when you see the business where it is, this business did not become a business overnight. Yeah. And I'm just there's a process. And I'm just sitting in the staff meeting, and nobody knew there that I had this company, Mwai Heritage, somewhere where I've just packed it. And I've gone back to the employment part of it because I could not meet my budget. I could not pay my rent. It was such a challenge. So I decided to go to employment. Then once he finished talking, that time I called myself for a meeting. You know the way you call yourself, yourself and everyone.
And God.
And God. I sat by myself. We say I call myself and God and my soul. So Astin went for a meeting with the three part of it. And I asked myself, this person my boss has just said, it took him like 10 years to build his empire. Yeah. He went through and he persevered. He persevered working by himself. He was cleaning, he was delivering, he was doing everything. I have started my company, and within the first, it was about maybe 6 months, I have already packed and gone back to employment.
It's like you have given up.
I've given up. And you know, I went back in January and I gave my resignation. And I came back because I left, and I was working outside Nakuru by then. I had gotten the job in a different county. Yeah. So I could commute over the weekend. But when it came to January, I went to January, the first week of January, I gave my resignation, and I came back. And I'm not going to quit, Estelle, let me tell you. Yeah. Because when you decide to become an entrepreneur, it's more than just earning. Being an entrepreneur has a bigger picture. Yeah. You have to vision for the future, you know, and also have to meet people you have to have mentors. That's something I've realized. People who will talk to you, they'll share their journey with them.
People who will encourage you.
Yeah, they encourage you. Then you won't feel like you're alone. And don't fear. Because once I came back from 2018 now, actually I came back with a boom because I registered my company. I'm no longer operating on a name. I'm operating a limited company. So Mwai is a limited company.
So that was first of all a very bold step, you know, coming back and deciding I'm registering this company as a limited company. I'm going to do this. Been there, done that, learned my lesson. Now I'm back on track. And you see where you are now. I mean, people, you know, you meet people who are just starting out in the beauty industry, and all of them, you know, mention Mwai. I want to be like Mwai, you know. So that is already a brand that you have built for yourself over the years. Yeah. So I think after all, going back to employment wasn't so bad because you learned your lesson and now you're implementing whatever you learned and it's working for you, right?
Yes, I'll say at times you might, in life what I've learned, sometimes when you have challenges, take time and look at the challenge. I would not call them problems. Take time and you look at the challenges that you are having and say, what are you learning from it? Because once I learned my lesson of the challenges I was having, but through my challenges, I now came back to be the entrepreneur that I
I'm
help you.
telling you,
Yeah.
we are just beginning with Astin Fura right here on Viva Mama. Learn your lesson from the challenges. Don't let just challenges come and pass and you remain the same. No, it's not done that way. Get a challenge, learn a lesson from that, and then when you come back to do whatever it is that you were learning from, or whatever it is you got a challenge from, you're a better person and you get to implement whatever it is that you have learned. So don't go away. We're going to be coming back after a short commercial break. I'm going to be reading your comments. Be sure to tell us where you're watching us from. Don't go away.
Coronavirus is a large family of viruses called coronaviruses, and these have been there for long, and they cause diseases in both human beings and animals. In human beings, several coronaviruses cause several illnesses, with some mild like common colds and other severe illnesses. The most recently discovered coronavirus is the one we are calling COVID-19, and it is now responsible for now what we are calling coronavirus disease. The symptoms generally are fever, tiredness, and dry cough, and these are usually mild. But some patients may develop aches, pains, nasal congestion, runny nose, sore throat, and some diarrhea. In 80% of clients, they usually have mild disease, and this might resolve on its own even without serious medical intervention. But 1 out of 6 patients might develop serious illness, which may cause difficulty in breathing, which now calls for medical intervention. Generally, this problem is more severe in older people or people who have chronic illnesses like hypertension, diabetes, heart problems. And from the statistics we have, is about 2% of the people right now who have been affected by this coronavirus disease have died. So you can see from the statistics is that it's only a small percentage. It's not as virulent as a disease like Ebola. The virus spreads from person to person, and it is mainly if a person near you is sneezing on objects and then you hold the object and then you touch your eyes or your nose or your mouth. It also can be spread if you inhale droplets which a person who is already sick has exhaled or has sneezed into the environment. And the incubation period in this matter is the period between when you get the infection and when we start seeing clear signs and symptoms. Generally, the incubation period as of now is known to be between 1 and 14 days. I should also make it clear that people should have good respiratory hygiene. So for example, if you are coughing or sneezing in public, you should sneeze into your folded arm like this, or sneeze into a serviette or a handkerchief so that you don't spread the same. And generally, if you have fever, difficulties in breathing, you should seek medical advice. So should everyone have a mask? No. Masks generally are recommended for clients or patients who already have the problem, or medical personnel who are handling this kind of patients, or a person who is assisting at home a patient who already have signs and symptoms. The county government of Nakuru is educating the public on coronavirus so that they know what is it. And 2, we are giving the public information on how to prevent themselves from getting this disease in case it ever comes around. And then we've put in together a surveillance team and a response team in case we have any reports of any presence of such an incident anywhere. And we have also procured PPEs, personal protection equipment, and they are ready for use by our health personnel in case we get a client. We have also trained about 200 health personnel, that is at the Provincial General Hospital in Nakuru, at Naivasha, and Gilgil Hospital. So we have a complement of 200 personnel of all cadres. And finally, we have identified an isolated treatment facility in case there is need for such.
Welcome back. This is Viva Mama and you're watching Nakuru TV. And with me is the CEO of Her Heritage, Astin Fura, or rather Astin Nyambura Mushiri, but we fondly call her Astin Fura. She's a businesswoman based in Nakuru County, and she is shrewd in her business, and that is why today we are celebrating her on Viva Mama. And I can see people are watching from all over the world. I can see Woman of God is watching from Mississippi. Thank you very much. I can also see Niva Vugudza. Thank you for watching. We also have another person. I had seen a comment. Kate Kahara, thank you very much also for watching. Tell us where you're watching us from. This is Viva Mama, as I said earlier. Here is all about celebrating the African woman who has come a mighty long way. And here we just give her a pat on the back and tell her, Mama, Viva. Astin,
Yes.
your company has a very interesting name.
Yeah.
Her Heritage. How did you come up with that?
Okay, I said that has a story because before I started my company was called Bientry.
That's French, no?
Yeah, it's a French word, but now I was pronouncing Bientry instead of Bientois. It's like French kind of.
Yeah.
So, there's you know about the Lions Den, and
Yes.
I decided to try my luck. So I went on Lions Den. That was on 2017, yeah. It was not easy, and that is why I always tell, because my going to Lions Den made me believe that my company has a future.
Yes.
Because I was lucky, because I managed to get somebody to sponsor my company. That was Olive Yagashara. So during my moment now with Olive, as we were getting to know each other, I learned a lot of things through the Lions Den. And one of the things I learned is that the name for your company matters.
Yes.
Because here I'm pitching for a product. That is where my products came from.
Yeah.
They have the herbs. The herbs are organically grown in Kenya, and also we do massage oils.
Yeah.
So I'm pitching for a product. The product I'm saying is a Kenyan product, but the product has a Kenyan name. So the first part of it was like, I think your name and the name of your company and what you're saying as a concept, they are not rhyming. Yeah. So that is how the first thing I had to do was to change. The first thing I had to do was to change the company's name.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. So I had to call another meeting with Astin, the soul and God, and I had to come up with a name. And the name I came up with, I wanted to look for a name that is going to be Kenyan and a name that everybody can be able to associate with what I'm doing. And I thought about, okay, my name is Nyambura, so what about if I come with a name that will not go very away and my company will not be called Nyambura? So what I thought about, what about Mvua? You know, Mvua in Africa or in Kenya, we uphold that with rain it comes to productivity.
Yeah.
With rain, people will be wealthy because once the crops grow, you'll be able to sell the crop.
Brings posterity.
Yeah, with rain there is life.
Yeah.
I look at what do I want to achieve as an entrepreneur in my company. If it's training for people who are going to come and train for we do a lot of training for people. If you want to become work in a spa, if you want to become a beauty therapist, if you want to become a hairdresser, Mvua has opened the door. We give what is the apprenticeship training on the job. That is what makes us unique. So I'm looking at the youth. You're coming to me. You want a new life for yourself. So what other name is better than Mvua? That once Mvua, it's like you're being rained on by our wisdom. and your life will never be the same.
Wow.
Once you learn, your life becomes new, then you go to productivity. So
Wow.
that is why I chose the name Mwai for my company.
I'm telling you, and that is exactly what you're achieving. It's so profound, it's so deep.
Thank you very
but
much.
I've been there, I'm speaking from experience. I've been there, and it's just exactly what the CEO has explained to us. Another challenge that a lot of women and a lot of entrepreneurs face, and when I talk about women is because I interact with a lot of women in business, raising funds. It has become a very an uphill task that very many people have not been able to hack. So how did you raise the money, the capital for this venture?
Okay, I had my own capital when I was starting my business because I had worked, so I had some little money that I had saved. But I will be very honest to say that 70% of my business capital came from my family. Yeah, I have a very supportive family.
Wow.
My brother, the one I follow, has given me a lot of support when it comes to business.
Wow.
There are many times I've knocked on his door. Let me tell you, sometimes we joke and he tells me, do you know you don't have a company? but he has been supporting me, and I really have gone through that. My sister also has given me a lot of moral support when I really want, like I feel like I want to give up. There are many people who ask me, how come Astin you did not go on with the Lion's Den package that I was being given? And I would say, we are looking for funds. But let me tell you, there's nothing for free.
Sure.
You'll go to the bank, you'll have to pay their money.
Yeah.
You go to Lions, then you pitch your idea, you get somebody to come on board, but you have to pay back the money. From
There's
that
no free
time,
money.
there's no free money. And if you want money, you have to have an idea. That's what I want. And with a proper idea, and I'll tell women, if you have an idea and you know your idea, it can be able to solve a particular problem in the society, you will get somebody to stand by you. But it is you to convince someone that if you invest in my company, you will be able to get your money back. How do you do that? By having proper records for your book, for your company.
Bookkeeping is
Bookkeeping
important.
is very important, because if you're going for any funding, whether let it be the bank, even your family, let me tell you, even your own husband, there's nobody who is going to invest in a company that they cannot see the future.
A disorganized company,
Yeah.
I mean.
Yes. What I could say that has made me to be able to grow, that even sometimes when I talk to people, is that first of all, you need to believe in yourself, and you believe in your idea, and you believe in your business before you sell the business out there. Because if you can tell the people the end of the story of your company, don't tell them the beginning. Talk and act like you're that entrepreneur.
Yeah.
And when you talk and act, many people believe in you. And that is an easy way of getting the funds. So your financial records, your bookkeeping, and believing in your idea, and have an idea that you're going to stand out. Because most of us, we are copycats.
Yeah. So be unique.
Be
Let your business
unique. Be unique. I think that's the key. Be unique and believe in your idea. Even when everybody is not believing in what you're doing, believe in yourself.
Sure.
And you will get funds.
So be unique, get yourself out there, and then be organized.
Yes. Be organized. Mostly.
Don't go telling people to help you, and yet you cannot help yourself get organized.
That's
to say the least.
It's true.
Now, there is a challenge in businesses, building a customer base that is solid. How do you go about that?
The whole thing starts by you having your idea. And when you have your idea, you should have the end of the story. You see, even the beginning is not as much as important as where you're going. For any entrepreneur, and that's what I've learned, you must have a culture.
Yeah.
You need to have, what do you stand for? And mostly what the company stands for, it is what the CEO or the founder of the company stands for.
Sure.
For me, what I've done, I have my core values as a person, and those core values, I've extended them to my company.
Yeah.
And
Very important.
that is what we are working on. I have, my first core value is about trust.
Yeah.
And I should be able, if I want to succeed in the industry, the wellness industry, I should be able to provide services that the client can trust. The product I'm using should be authentic. It should be able to solve their problem. The people I'm employing, they should be able to give this promise that we are offering.
Yeah.
So trust for me, and also the employees I have, they should be able to trust me, or let them trust the company, that tomorrow they will not wake up and they don't have a job.
Yeah.
So trust is something that I would tell any entrepreneur out there, and especially the ladies. Make sure people trust your company, but the company will not be trusted. They trust the founder of the company. In my company, we have put. I have another core value, that happiness. Happiness is a core value I adore, and I try to make sure that my customers, when they come, they want to do business in my company because there's happiness. My employees are happy people, because I know happy employees, they are going to make the customers to be happy, and that's how you grow your company. The other thing we have is about candor. In my company, we have the value of a candor. What does it mean? It's an organization where people are not afraid of asking questions. My employees, they come to me and they ask any question, because I believe sometimes I am not building a one-man show. My employees and even my customers and my suppliers, they should be able to ask a question to me. So those are just some of the core values that any employee, my core values don't have to be your core values, but what culture are you bringing? It has to start from your core values.
And it will help a lot, in building the customer base. If it is the employees, they must reflect the vision of the company. If it's the product, products they can trust, services they can trust. And speaking about products, I can see you have your products here, very unique, I must say. Maybe you could take us through some of them. I can see we have oils and the herbs as well.
Okay.
Before we go to how do you market the products?
So it's like, I'm in the wellness industry, and when I talk in the wellness, as we said, the wellness is big, it's vast, it has 12 dimensions, but I cannot be able to work in the 12 dimensions.
Yes.
So I picked one of it, and that is the health and fitness, and also now where it comes to about your relaxation and everything. And specifically, my strength is in the spa side, whereby I decided, fine, I want to do something unique. What unique can I have that I can put on the table? So I decided that. And this one again, I got the idea when I had an interview in one of the companies I worked for. The CEO was not from Kenya, and then he asked me, "Does it mean that in Kenya people do not have a way of relaxation when it comes before?" And I asked myself, how did people used to relax
those days?
Does it mean that
before WhatsApp?
Yeah.
And Instagram.
And then I remembered something. When I was growing up, I was the youngest in the family, and my sisters were grown up. And they would come with their babies, and my mom would show them how to massage the babies. And when the babies were massaged, they could sleep the whole night. And I start feeling this should be something to do with this massage that is making the babies to sleep and all. So I'm still in the, I know that analog. You could Google nowadays and you could find everything. And then I said, for me to stand up in the wellness industry, I have to come up with something of my own. Then I decided, why don't I come up with my own massage oils? We've been, even like when we talk about the different massages, I mean, you're having a Swedish massage. Yeah, we have the Swedish massage oil. We have the deep tissue massage oil. We have the aromatherapy massage oil, and we have the herbal massage oil. And what I did, because I had done the cosmetics chemistry, I could learn which ingredients will mix with what, and then you can come with what you want to achieve. This is the most interesting part. These are called the herbal compress. I know now there's no the touching business or everything, but we sanitized our hands as we're getting inside. So the whatever you see has got therapeutic herbs inside. We have herbs like rosemary, which have been used for many years. We have herbs like lemongrass. We have herbs like rosemary. We mix rosemary. We have lemongrass. We have lavender. All sorts of herbs. So the herbs are not all herbs will work. You have where the herbs are growing is very important to maintain the therapeutic effect of the herbs. So the herbs, once they dry, we dry them and we crush them and grind them. Then you tie them with a piece of cloth. The cloth has to be 100% cotton.
So is this?
This is a cloth.
It looks like calico.
Yeah, cloth. The
material.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
It has to be cotton.
It has to be cotton because the cotton will allow the air to.
Okay.
So with this, you have to heat them. But you heat them. We warm them under hot air. Because if you put them in water, they are going to rot. You see, because the water and the herbs, once they mix, they're going to get rot and they will get spoiled. So you see, like the hot water bottle, the way that warms, that is how the herbs get hot. So it will become a hot compress. Then you will use it on the area because they'll have different therapeutic effects, like the way we have the colors. Then you massage on the areas that you have.
So brown is for which therapeutic effect?
So the purple one we use it for, that is for relaxation. The orange and this one we put it, that is for like when you have muscle fatigue and everything. This one we use it like you have some particular illness on your muscles, like the way like sometimes you go to the gym and you feel you have muscle fatigue and all that. So with the oils we have, we can be able to have to create the same effect for the herbal part you want. So if you have, maybe you're feeling like you have headaches and you have, so we have a herb for each and every particular illness on your body. So then after that, you're going to massage the areas where you have the fatigue. So currently, we are selling the packages. We have 2 packs. We have a professional package. The professional package we sell for people who are professionals, like the massage therapists, the spas themselves.
The people who are now in the wellness and hospitality industry.
Yeah.
Okay.
But for us, when you buy, if you're a spa, we train you on how to offer the herbal compress massage. That is what we call our signature massage. We call it Mwai herbal compress massage. So because we designed this, that's our signature product. For others, we have different oils. Like you will not walk in any shop and you buy a deep tissue massage oil. Only from Mwai. So
that is something
unique, and that is what I am working with. That we, despite training wellness fresh graduate, we also train the ones who are in the market. So it is a continued development. They're able to get a new skill to add on their business, because the business becomes irrelevant when you don't have something new you're adding up. So if you have your massage menu, for many people who have spas in Nakuru, and you're wondering where you can buy oils, we don't compete with our clients. So we sell the massage oils and we give them we have a professional package. So we train you how to offer the massages. So you have a bigger range in your menu where you can be able to attract more clients. So we also have facial products. We have the cleansers, the toner, and the moisturizers. That one I was not able to bring for you. But we are cutting. Our future goal is that Mwai spa product will become the prominent product in Kenya. There.
So maybe you can tell us the price ranges for the different massage oils, and also for the herbs, like the relaxation herbs, the specific muscle pain herbs. How much, the price range? So
for we sell them. You see, you cannot work with one. You have to work with both of them. And when you're using two should be heating. You see, because you put them. We also sell you the heater. The heater for the herbs. You don't just warm with any heater. Our heater is similar to the rice cooker. You see the way the rice cooker looks like? So you put the water inside. So when the water warms, there's a wire mesh. So that is how you press this on top. that the herbs never get into contact with water.
Yeah.
So the warm heat will pass through them, then they get hot. So at any given time, you'll be holding 2 when you're working on the client.
Okay.
And then these other 2 will be warming. So you have to have a package of 4. You can be able to have a package of 1. So we sell them as a package of 4, and one of it goes for 1,400, 1,200, 1,400. So when we sell the 4, we sell at 6,800.
The 4 of them.
Yeah.
Okay. That is for someone who is going to use it at home.
We don't recommend this to be used at home.
This is for the professionals.
This is for professionals only.
Okay.
But nowadays, because of the hygiene and everything, you can see we've gone ahead and we've created like a disposable bag for them. So when you're using them, we don't work this one straight to the client.
Yeah. Okay.
So it is put like that. So the client, the cover is the only thing that gets to the client. Okay.
So, and the small ones,
these are for facials.
For facials,
yes.
Their price range is how much?
Those ones we sell for them at 800 in the 4 of them. Yeah.
So they must be 4 at any given time. What about the oils?
The oil we package from 5 liters. 5 liters up to 500 ml. Yeah. But we sell like for every oil has a different range. From like, let me give you like the Swedish massage oil, we sell it from 1,200. Aromatherapy is the most expensive of all the oils we have. For 1 liter we sell it at 1,800. Yeah.
Okay. It's good to know, you know, because sometimes people feel, or rather there is a notion out there, no, you know, these things are not for us Africans, you know, they're so expensive. It's affordable and it's good for your health and wellness, and it's going to go a long way, not only in helping you relax, but in the general wellness of your health. And thank you very much, Steny Njoroge. Yeah, veteran actor Steny Njoroge is watching. Thank you very much. We have Philip Lekakenyi. You're saying you're watching from Kericho. Thank you very much for watching from Kericho. How is Kericho? And before you go, Astin, just a quick one. Now, you have been, you know, in the industry for quite some time. What advice would you give to, you know, graduates who want to, you know, they're coming out of college and they're thinking, why not be a wellness and hospitality entrepreneur? What advice can you give them, specifically those who want to get into the wellness and hospitality, you know, world as entrepreneurs?
Okay, one of the advice I'll tell them is, if you're a graduate or if you want to if you want to get into the wellness industry, I'll tell you there's lots of room for employment and there's lots of room for being an entrepreneur. Because what I always tell people is that if you go to the supermarket now, apart from the cooking oil, the rest of the oils are for using, for the wellness part of it. That means even the industry knows that the wellness is a good business. Self-esteem, every man wants to feel good and to look good. The more people are being born, the more opportunity you have in the wellness industry.
Yeah.
So if you're out there and you want to join the wellness industry, or you're prospecting to get into the wellness and you're afraid of the job market, whether you'll get employment or not, I'll tell you you're on the right track.
Yeah.
There is employment in the wellness industry, but you have to be able to work hard, you see, and you have to deliver your promise. The next thing is that where are you getting your training? Because there are many people who are offering training in massage, in hairdressing, in beauty therapy. Make sure that you're going to enroll yourself in a recognized institution.
Yeah.
And sometimes I might also say you might go to a recognized institution and you miss out, because this industry is more of a practical base.
Yeah.
Where you find that there are so many students that you don't even get chance to practice. And that is why, as Mvua, we decided, why not, because we are practitioners, we are wellness professionals, why not start apprenticeship training? Apprenticeship is training on the job.
Yeah.
We train you, you learn, you gain experience. we employ you because we have gotten a new on Mvua we have started the online spa or the mobile spa, but you book online all the services. It's more of the same model like the Uber.
Yeah.
If a client want to have a service, they just go online on mvuaspa.co.ke and you book a service. So we have an opportunity to employ many people who are going to train with us.
Yeah.
And not only that, we also open the doors for other people who have trained from other colleges. If you want to find a career with Mvua, you just get to us, you do that.
Yeah.
The next thing is that you need to be a people person. You have to love people because wellness is about taking good care of people. You have to be disciplined.
Yes.
You see, because if you're not a disciplined person, you will not survive in this in this industry.
You better put your money where your mouth is, or is it your mouth where your money is?
Yes.
Whichever comes first. But
And then maybe last what I'll tell you, we have so many people who are in the industry, but they don't practice what they're selling. You must be able, you must look good yourself, you know. You must feel good yourself because people will relate to you. Do you look good to make me look good? Do you go for the same services that you are telling me to go? For me, massages, I go for a massage once a week. So I do everything what I'm practicing. Because so many people out there, they will say they offer the services, but they don't go for the services.
yes.
So that is what and also the last thing,
Preaching water and drinking wine.
yeah, you should believe in yourself and you should be able to be the ambassador of your business. You should be able to stand out there and talk about your company. Don't be afraid. I know many ladies are afraid when you don't want to tell people you offer massage
Yeah.
because massage has been associated with prostitution. Don't be afraid. If you have gone through the training, you're professionally trained,
Yes.
you should know that touch is the oldest healing practice we have, you know, and it's there. So it is how you want to do it. So that is the advice I
Yeah.
give them.
So apart from, being a full-time entrepreneur, being a wellness and hospitality expert, what do you do apart from this for your relaxation, just for the African woman out there who is working, 7 days a week, the weekend, they're with the babies, the kids, the husband needs them, what do you do for your relaxation?
I'm a spa person. So for me to take a break,
Yes.
the whole week I don't just work. I've put my calendar in a way that I also have that me time, Astin time. I have put on my calendar this time for my children. I've put that also I give back to the society.
Yes.
I'm the chairperson for Nakuru Polytechnic here in Nakuru. I also have to give back.
Yes.
I'm also I'm a parent representative in Sitam schools here in Nakuru. If you don't plan your calendar and you decide what you're going to do, you will work, but you'll miss the other part. So for my relaxation, I go to, and I visit other spas. I don't just go to Mvua to have a service.
Yes.
I visit my competitors. And when I go there, I go as a client. I don't go there to tell them, oh, you're not doing this, No, because I know I have to get out of my environment and go out there and experience what is happening.
Yeah.
Sometimes I go all the way maybe to Nairobi and experience a service because I am one person who is open to every day is a learning time for me. So when I go visit other people, I have a massage from a different therapist. I pick what is good from them and I keep on growing my company and I train my therapists so much. Every time we have to learn because by training them, that is the only way I'll be able to keep up with my standards.
Yeah. Very important take homes right there. I mean, planning and also learning and you make it a habit, make it your culture. Plan very well your time, plan your day, plan your week, plan your month, and also learn from other people who are in the game, who are in the same business as you, go and see what other people are doing, what are the latest trends. Don't say I'm the only one who is in this mitumba business, I'm the only one who is in this business, maybe online writing or what, and you're a woman out there. I'm talking to you. Visit other businesses, learn whatever is happening there. You can never be too good not to learn something from other people. So thank you very much, Astin, for joining us.
Maybe the last thing, You need to know your weakness.
Yes.
Everybody has got their strength and
Uh-huh.
everybody has got their weaknesses. Your strength, you capitalize on them.
Uh-huh.
Your weaknesses, like for me, my major weaknesses in business was keeping record.
Uh-huh.
And I got a mentor, somebody who is good in keeping books and finances.
Mhm.
And right now, I realize that you can always be
Mm.
able to learn anything.
Mhm.
So capitalize on your weaknesses and get a mentor
Yeah.
to be able to support you.
Sure.
Yeah.
Work on them. Work on those weaknesses, because if you're not careful, then those weaknesses are going to take you down. If it means having a mentor, just as Astin has rightly put it, please get one. She's been there, done that. She knows. She knows whatever she's talking about. She knows her stuff. So any entrepreneur out there, you're an African woman getting into the entrepreneur world, don't be afraid. Take the bull by the horns. And if Astin, any, customers, clients want to reach you, where can they get you? Do you have a website, contact, location? Yeah.
Okay. We have a website.
Mhm.
You just go online and you'll Google Mwai Spa, Mwai Heritage.
Mhm.
You will also get us through that. But if we Google Mwai Spa and
Mhm.
Wellness, you will get us. We are in Nakuru. That is where our head office is.
Mhm.
We are located along Kenyatta Avenue, Shoppers Paradise, 5th floor. For our contact, you can call 0722 70 92 16 or 0716 869604.
Please, you can repeat the phone number for those who are getting a pen and paper.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
For the phone numbers, it's 0722 70 92 0722 70 92 62 or 0716 86 96 04.
Right. I hope they got it. And if you didn't get the phone number, you can always visit Mvua Heritage on Shoppers Paradise.
Yes.
6th floor.
Phase
There.
5. 5th floor.
Oh, 5th floor. Yes. They are open from Monday
To Saturday.
Monday to Saturday. You're going to get them there. You'll get your oils. You're going to get your herbs right there. And it's going to be a very, very good experience. I can guarantee you that.
And maybe for any Viva Mama out there, we can give them their first maybe massage surveys or a facial surveys, whatever they'll come. Whoever is going to with your fun.
Yeah. Oh, that is beautiful. Nakuru TV fans, the ladies who are watching, DM us right now. The first one is getting a free facial from Mvua Heritage, or
we can give like 5 of your clients.
Yeah, five of Viva Mama fans. You're going to get a free service. Astin is going to just tailor make a very good wellness and hospitality service just for you. It cannot happen anywhere else. Right here on Nakuru TV, on Viva Mama, where we say Viva, Viva Mama. We celebrate the African woman. I have been Estelle Mwai, your host. Keep it Nakuru TV for the best of the programming and even for news updates. Don't go away. Bye.
We don't know how she always finds a way. The mystery of a woman, a savior in a time of need. The bravery of a woman in your time of need. She does the deed, the magic of a woman. Woman, woman, a warrior is a woman. Woman, woman, a savior is a woman. Woman, woman, a warrior is a woman. Woman, woman.
coronavirus is a large family of viruses called coronaviruses, and these have been there for long, and they cause diseases in both human beings and animals. In human beings, several coronaviruses cause several illnesses, with some mild like common colds and other severe illnesses. The most recently discovered coronavirus is the one we are calling COVID-19, and it is now responsible for now what we are calling coronavirus disease. The symptoms generally are fever, tiredness, and dry cough, and these are usually mild. But some patients may develop aches, pains, nasal congestion, runny nose, sore throat, and some diarrhea. In 80% of clients, they usually have mild disease, and this might resolve on its own even without serious medical intervention. But 1 out of 6 patients might develop serious illness, which may cause difficulty in breathing, which now calls for medical intervention. Generally, this problem is more severe in older people or people who have chronic illnesses like hypertension, diabetes, heart problems. And from the statistics we have, is about 2% of the people right now who have been affected by this coronavirus disease have died. So you can see from the statistics is that it's only a small percentage. It's not as virulent as a disease like Ebola. The virus spreads from person to person, and it is mainly if a person near you is sneezing on objects and then you hold the object and then you touch your eyes or your nose or your mouth. It also can be spread if you inhale droplets which have been which a person who is already sick has exhaled or has sneezed into the environment. And the incubation period in this matter is the period between when you get the infection and when we start seeing clear signs and symptoms. Generally, the incubation period as of now is known to be between 1 and 14 days. I should also make it clear that people should have good respiratory hygiene. So for example, if you are coughing or sneezing in public, you should sneeze into your folded arm like this, or sneeze into a serviette or a handkerchief so that you don't spread the same. And generally, if you have fever, difficulties in breathing, you should seek medical advice. So should everyone have a mask? No. Masks generally are recommended for clients or patients who already have the problem, or medical personnel who are handling this kind of patients, or a person who is assisting at home a patient who already have signs and symptoms. The county government of Nakuru is educating the public on coronavirus so that they know what is it. And 2, we are giving the public information on how to prevent themselves from getting this disease in case it ever comes around. And then we've put in together a surveillance team and a response team in case we have any reports of any presence of such an incident anywhere. And we have also procured PPEs, personal protection equipment, and they are ready for use by our health personnel in case we get a client. We have also trained about 200 health personnel, that is at the Provincial General Hospital in Nakuru, at Naivasha, and Gilgil Hospital. So we have a complement of 200 personnel of all cadres. And finally, we have identified an isolated treatment facility in case there is need for such.